Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to take a look at the Borealis Olisipo and Seiko Monster. This is the SRPD or SRP 315, I think. I'll put the actual model number in the description once I remember what it is. And this watch here, the Dificiano Marlin. I think you'll see a common theme among these three watches here. I believe these are all the watches I have with either orange dial or some orange accent. So I just figured it'd be a fun little video to compare these to each other. Let me go over the specs here. So the Borealis Olisipo has a 40 millimeter case, 47 millimeter lug to lug, 12 millimeter thick, with the 20 millimeter lug width here. All three of these have the 20 millimeter lug width. So this is the Dificiano, however you want to say that. It's an Italian sounding company name for a watch company that is based in Hong Kong. So this one here is again 40 millimeter case. Lug to lug is longer on this at 50 millimeter. It is 14 millimeter thick, and it does have the 20 millimeter lug width. I believe the depth rating on this one is 600 or maybe 300. No, right there, 300 meter water resistance. And then finally the Seiko Monster. I measured the diameter on this at 42.7. The lug width is, lug to lug is 47.6 millimeter, this dimension here. Thickness is 13, and then lug width is again 20. So let's, I can compare two to each other pretty easily, so let's just try and do two at a time here. A couple different variations. So from the top, these look pretty close in size. You can see the longer lugs, obviously. I'll put all of these on wrist as well. So here's a side view of these. Also, these all have drilled lugs. But you can see this Dificiano is 2 millimeter thicker. That's due to the Seiko movement. So the Borealis has a Miyota 9015 movement. The Dificiano has the Seiko NH35 movement. And then the Seiko, of course, has a Seiko movement. It has the 4R36. They're basically the same movement, just this one is a date only, and this one has a date and date. If this movement was in another watch, micro brand watch, it would be called the NH36. So let's compare these two to each other. See, the Monster is again 13 millimeter thick. It does have the shorter lug to lug. Sorry, the plane is a little bit off when it's in front of the other one. Actually, maybe I'll do it like this. You might be able to see a little better. So let's do that with the Borealis real quick. You can definitely see the difference in thickness there. Also, this case is kind of slab-sided, just goes straight down. There's really no contour to that case. This one has a little bit of contour to it, with the bevel on the top and bottom there. So let's compare the Borealis to the Seiko Monster. I have actually worn this Monster, just not on the bracelet. I threw this on a NATO strap, but I have not worn it in a while. So there they are side by side. look at it this way. So the lug to lug is very similar. The Seiko is just slightly longer lug to lug. I should size this on bracelet and wear it on bracelet. I just I don't know why I didn't. I think I was going to sell it or something, and I never ended up selling it. Monsters are okay. I just prefer the Seiko, the SKX series of watches more. Speaking of that, it doesn't match the orange theme, but for size comparison, the SKX is, I would say, my favorite watch. I've had this one for close to 10 years now. I just prefer the more rounded cases. So anyway, some other similarities between these watches. Yes, they all do have a black bezel, but the two microbrand watches have ceramic. This is a glossy ceramic bezel. This one has a brushed ceramic bezel. Both of these do have flat sapphire crystals. I believe they both have AR coating. I know the Borealis does. I'm pretty sure that this one does too as well, the Dificiano. This bracelet is really nice. I'll do a review on this one in the future. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I need to review it and sell this one. This does also have a dive extension. I've never had a watch with a dive extension like this before, so that's pretty slick. And then the Seiko, of course, it's just a metal bezel. This one is, I think it must be painted. I don't know if that's anodized. I'm not sure what that coating is. And it has a Hardlex crystal. This one is slightly domed. You see the distortion there. I'll show you this flat crystal for comparison. So it doesn't distort the dial at all as I'm angling it up there. You can see this one has some distortions on the dial right there. So let me put each of these on wrist, and we'll close out with a lume shot. I'm really interested to see how the Monster compares to these other two. So let's do the Borealis first. I think I prefer the shape, the size of this one on my wrist. So again, I have a 6.5-inch wrist with the 52mm wristband. Lug to lug on this guy is 47, but if you go off the center links, it's 48.2. Let me zoom out here. So I really like this watch. I like the President style bracelet as well. Let's go to the next one. I'll leave it zoomed out so I'm not jumping back and forth. Let's do the Dificiano Marlin. Has the double pushers there. It's a nice clasp, but it's pretty thick. So this one has the 50mm lug on the case, and then the bracelet is shorter than that. So come on, zoom back in. There we go. I believe this also has an enamel dial. And of course, these all have the 4 o'clock crown. The Dificiano and the Borealis do not have crown guards. Let's get the Seiko on wrist here. So this one does have crown guards. Not sure what's going on with the zoom here, or the... Why aren't you focusing? Alright, sorry about that. Let's put it on wrist here. It's going to be a little goofy since I haven't sized the bracelet. We're taking the plastic off. So this one is 47.6 millimeter lug to lug, and the case size is a little bit larger than the other two. At the time I bought this watch, this was the last. Actually, there was only 2 colorways left that you could buy in stock. And actually, I bought the other one too. The other one had a, I think it was a black dial with the blue bezel. I ended up selling that one. Probably should have kept it, but anyway, it's the one that got away. Alright, I will pause the video and come right back with the lume shot. This may not be a totally fair comparison. The Monster is flat on the table and the other two watches are slightly raised. But anyway, the watch on the left is the Borealis, and that has BGW9 lume. The Seiko, of course, has Lumibrite, and I do not know what lume the Dificiano has, but sure is bright. That's the watch on the right there. You see the BGW9 on the left is bluish color, and the other two are green. Yeah, the Monster looks greener by eye than it does on the screen. So the Dificiano has some good lume to it. I would say by eye, looking at it on the table here, I don't know, it's hard to judge, but I'd say they're all pretty much equal. I think if the indices and hands were thicker on the Borealis, it would, of course, be brighter, but I would say they're pretty even right now. So anyway, just a fun little video showing off these 3 watches, the 3 orange watches in my possession. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.